LeBron James has already been openly campaigning for the award this week, and now the man who brought him to Los Angeles, Magic Johnson, says he should get it, tweeting, quote, LeBron James is definitely the MVP this season. He is almost averaging a triple-double with 25 points, 10 assists, and basically 8 boards a game. His defense has been amazing, and there is no better leader in sports. We're joined now by NBA analyst Slick Rick, my guy. But Marcellus, I'm going to start with you. Should LeBron win MVP this season?
Hell no. No, sir. And let me tell you why. Because the MVP from last season had a better season this year, and LeBron James last year was not an MVP candidate. And in some categories, he regressed. So how did he close the gap on the MVP? You guys can see right now that obviously points per game, Giannis wins that. Rebounds per game, Giannis wins that. And let's talk about field goal percentage, he wins that. But the asterisks, those three, that word for you, Acho, the asterisks right there are for things that are better from the MVP than last year's campaign. So the guys improved. We're talking about having the top scoring offense, highest net rating, top defense in the league, a better record than the Lakers. Only if you factor in age and star power do you even come up with some semblance of an argument for LeBron James. But if you look at it in terms of strictly production on the court and the effect on your team and the win-loss record, no question, it's Giannis's MVP once again.
See, this is the problem that I have with Magic's tweet. And this goes for LeBron's campaign, too. I'm all for LeBron James being the MVP. Right now, my inclination is to put him at the top of my ballot. But I'm not going to go statistics for the reason that Marcellus just demonstrated. If you go stats, Giannis kills him in that department. Don't go into this almost triple-double. And don't lie and say he's a great defender. He's better this year than last year, but he's not better than Giannis. And the whole leadership thing in sports, excuse me, there's all kinds of guys, starting with Patrick Mahomes, that can have an argument that they are a better leader than LeBron James. But that said, when I look at a brand new coach, I look at 3 new starters, I look at 5 new players, I look at how he has brought Anthony Davis and made him the best AD we've ever seen. LeBron James is the reason for all that, but it's the intangibles that he brings in bringing a team together and making it far, far better than the sum of its parts. That's why I would consider. And the second best record in all the league. Lakers don't have the talent overall that the Milwaukee Bucks have. And yet, they're only a couple games behind them overall in the standings. So when I look at that, that's the case that I make. But man, LeBron, if you really want to have people singing your praises, make sure they got the right choir book that they're working from.
Exactly. Slick, that was so cute.
Yeah, you tried.
That was adorable.
Hey, fair.
LeBron makes everybody better. The popcorn tastes better.
Yay.
The beer tastes better.
Yay.
Everybody's just better. Come on, Slick. I love LeBron. But one thing I've learned from being on this set, Marcellus has taught me, he's ingrained into me, is facts over feeling.
Say it again.
It's facts over feeling, Slick. And the fact of the matter is, it's really not an argument. And I love LeBron, so that pains me to say, but I have to ride with my Nigerian brother, Giannis Antetokounmpo, okay? A real Nigerian last name, okay? Not the Greek freak. I'm riding with my Nigerian brother, it's Giannis, because when you look at it, Slick, think about what Giannis did. Marcellus already gave you the stats, so I'm not going to go to those stats. But let me talk about this one, the most important one to me. Last year, the Greek Freak and the Milwaukee Bucks, their winning percentage, 73%. But this year, it's up to 82%.
Yeah.
So when you talk about the fact that he won MVP last year and everything he did quite literally got better, if you're talking about the most valuable player, you should also look at the most valuable player on the most valuable or the best team. And not only did Giannis get better, everything he touched turned to gold, and that team got better as well. So while my emotions, my heart, my feelings, they ride with Braun. They always have, and they always will. My mind, it rides with Giannis.
How much do we credit the continuity of the Milwaukee Bucks over all the other teams that we've seen competing for that top spot. Because let's be realistic. We don't look across the board and make this an MVP race. We always look at the top teams and select the best teams, best players on those teams. And that's really the category in which we're working with when we talk about the best players. I look at Giannis's game and I look at what defines the ability to win. It's being able to close games. And while LeBron James is not the best closer in the game, he's certainly better than Giannis in that category. And to me, that's an element. It goes back to why James Harden was getting my vote back in the day, because over Giannis, because of his ability to close, that ability to win games in the last 2 minutes. I don't know how you define that statistically. You certainly don't do it with the overall stats. That is the distinction that I make. That's what I hold as being so important. The other part, though, where I am with you on Giannis is the fact that he has said, this is not my main focus. I want to win a championship. And that's what really concerns me about LeBron and Magic and everybody campaigning for LeBron. You already have 4 of these. The thing that's going to distinguish you in LA is if you win another championship with a third team, and that should be the focus. I don't even know why LeBron and the people around him are campaigning for it at this point when I thought he proved everything he needed to prove, at least individually.
Well, I know why they're campaigning it. It's la-la. We're always caught up in some hype. You know us in L.A., Hollywood, you gotta be distracted to even be focused in L.A. That's what it sounds like right now. So it's crazy because I heard you in the early part of your argument say, oh, LeBron has helped everyone glue this together to the second best record in the NBA. I wonder who has the first. I wonder who has the best record in the NBA. Oh, Milwaukee. And this is so funny from Frank Vogel, who goes on record and says, nobody impacts winning more so than LeBron James. How did that go last year before you got here, Frank Vogel? Last year, we saw Giannis in the conference finals. We saw LeBron in Cancun. This year, they're still behind Milwaukee as the MVP has gotten even better, including improving his three-point shot. So when you look at last year's MVP voting, and that's really my starting point, my reference point, Giannis got 941 of the votes. LeBron got 1. Did he close the gap? Did he surpass Giannis? Hell no. So this is not even an argument, and we're just trying to cook up something that's not there.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that there was a 2-pack. I didn't know that we were judging MVP this year on last year and this year.
You keep bringing up LeBron historically. You keep bringing up who he is.
Last year in terms of who this year's MVP is.
He's gotten better because the MVP from last year is still here, and he's better. LeBron has gotten better? Oh, okay. Right? But he's also regressed. Fewer points, more turnovers, fewer rebounds, and not even the highest scorer on his team. Slick Rick, your turn.
Like I said, I'm not going statistics for this argument. I'm going where the Lakers were last year and where they are now. Who I credit the most for that? That would be the MVP.
Slick, I'm with you because if you rock with your emotions and your heart, they will lead you to LeBron. No. My emotions, they have led me to LeBron. But Slick, the logic will lead you to Giannis.
Download the all-new Fox Sports app now.